Imagine you're a hungry lion. You haven't eaten in 2 days. Your stomach is growling with hunger, and every step drains the last bit of your energy. Then, through the tall grass, you finally spot a deer. It's calm, unaware, and standing only a few hundred feet away. This is the perfect opportunity. Every instinct tells you to attack. But before you can move, the sky suddenly turns black. A powerful clap of thunder shakes the entire forest. And within seconds, heavy rain begins pouring from the clouds. Something strange happens. The deer doesn't panic. The lion doesn't charge. Instead, the king of the jungle slowly turns around and walks away. Why would a starving predator abandon such an easy meal? Is it afraid of getting wet? Or does the rain hide a danger far greater than hunger? Today, we're uncovering one of nature's greatest mysteries: why predators avoid hunting during heavy rain. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why even the most fearless hunters choose patience over power when the skies open up. To most of us, rain feels peaceful. It cools the air, waters the forests, and fills rivers with fresh life. But for predators, rain changes everything. In just a few minutes, the forest transforms into a completely different world, a place where every hunting advantage begins to disappear. Hunting isn't simply about chasing prey. It's a carefully planned process built on silence, patience, perfect timing, and sharp senses. Lions don't rely only on strength. Tigers don't attack every animal they see. Wolves don't run blindly through the woods. Every movement they make is calculated. They listen carefully, move quietly, and wait for exactly the right moment to strike. One small mistake can mean losing the meal, or even losing their own life. Now imagine millions of raindrops crashing onto leaves, branches, rocks, and the forest floor all at once. Suddenly, the entire forest becomes incredibly loud. The constant sound of rain creates a wall of noise that covers every tiny movement. Footsteps disappear beneath the sound of falling water. The crack of a twig becomes impossible to hear. Even the breathing of nearby animals is hidden. Predators depend on hearing to locate prey before they ever see it. But during heavy rain, those important sounds vanish beneath the endless roar of water. Without accurate information, even the strongest predator becomes almost blind. Then comes another problem: smell. Most predators have an incredible sense of smell. Wolves can detect animals from more than a mile away. Bears can smell food from astonishing distances. And big cats constantly use scent trails to follow prey through forests. But heavy rain washes those scent trails away. Imagine drawing a line in soft sand, then pouring a bucket of water over it. Within seconds, the line disappears completely. Animal scent works in much the same way. Rain removes fresh smells from the ground, fills the air with moisture, and changes the direction of scent carried by the wind. Suddenly, the predator loses one of its greatest hunting tools. It's like trying to follow someone's footprints after a river has flooded the entire path. As if that weren't enough, heavy rain also makes the ground incredibly dangerous. Mud replaces firm soil. Rocks become slippery. Tree roots turn into hidden traps. Predators know that one bad landing could end their lives. A lion with an injured leg cannot hunt. A tiger with a broken paw cannot defend its territory. Even a cheetah, the fastest land animal on Earth, becomes vulnerable if it slips while running at full speed across wet ground. That's why many predators decide that waiting is the smarter choice. Missing one meal is far less dangerous than suffering an injury that could leave them unable to hunt for weeks or forever. And yet, the rain has one more trick, a danger that almost no one notices, but one that completely changes the balance between hunter and prey. It doesn't attack the predator directly. Instead, it steals the one thing every successful hunter depends on more than speed: strength or sharp teeth. It steals the ability to see clearly. And once visibility disappears, the hunt becomes a dangerous game, where even the world's greatest predators can lose. Heavy rain doesn't just make the forest noisy or wash away scent trails. It also steals one of the most important tools any predator has: vision. In a dry forest, a lion can spot the smallest movement in the tall grass. A tiger can remain perfectly hidden while keeping its eyes locked on its target. Eagles can detect tiny animals from hundreds of feet above the ground. But when rain starts falling heavily, everything changes. Thick curtains of water blur the landscape. Trees fade into shadows. Every moving branch looks like an animal, and every animal blends into the background. Even predators with excellent eyesight struggle to separate prey from the endless sheets of rain. Instead of seeing clearly, they begin making guesses, and in the wild, guessing can be deadly. For ambush predators, this becomes an even bigger problem. Animals like leopards, tigers, and many wild cats don't rely on long chases. They rely on getting as close to their prey as possible before launching one explosive attack. Every step has to be silent. Every movement has to be perfectly timed. But during heavy rain, wet leaves become slippery. Muddy ground slows their movement, and water dripping from branches creates constant distractions. The predator can no longer judge the exact moment to strike. If it attacks too early, the prey escapes. If it waits too long, the opportunity disappears. A hunt that normally lasts only a few seconds suddenly becomes a risky gamble. Prey animals also change their behavior when storms arrive. Deer move into thicker forests where trees offer some protection from the rain. Zebras gather together in larger groups, using more eyes and ears to detect danger. Wild boars hide among dense bushes, while smaller animals disappear into burrows, hollow logs, or rocky shelters. Everyone in the forest knows that storms make survival more difficult, so both hunters and prey become far more cautious. Instead of running across open land, animals stay close to safe cover. As a result, predators have fewer opportunities to launch successful attacks. Then there is lightning. While lightning rarely strikes animals directly, every flash instantly lights up the entire forest. Imagine hiding silently behind a bush, waiting for the perfect moment to attack. Suddenly, the sky explodes with bright white light. For a brief second, every shadow disappears. Every movement becomes visible. That single flash can reveal the predator's position, giving the prey just enough time to escape. Nature has turned the predator's greatest advantage, remaining unseen, against it. Thunder creates another challenge. Many animals become alert the moment they hear a loud clap. Instead of relaxing, they stop eating, raise their heads, and begin scanning their surroundings. This heightened awareness makes surprise attacks much more difficult. Even if the predator gets close enough, nervous prey react faster than usual. A split second is often all it takes for a deer to leap away or for a herd to scatter in every direction. But here's something surprising. Not every predator stops hunting in the rain. Some animals have actually adapted to use storms to their advantage. Crocodiles, for example, often become more active during rainy weather because rising water levels allow them to move into new hunting areas. Frogs, fish, and other aquatic animals also become more active after rainfall, creating fresh feeding opportunities for reptiles and water birds. Wolves may continue hunting if they work together as a pack, relying less on stealth and more on teamwork and endurance. They know that while rain makes tracking harder, it can also tire prey more quickly. Even so, most large predators still prefer patience over unnecessary risk. They understand something humans often forget. Survival is not about winning every battle. It's about choosing the right battle. In nature, wasting energy on a failed hunt can be just as dangerous as finding no food at all. Every chase burns precious calories. Every failed attack reduces the strength needed for tomorrow. That's why experienced predators don't simply hunt whenever they're hungry. They hunt when the chances of success are highest. And this leads us to the biggest reason of all. The real secret isn't that predators are afraid of rain. It's that they are masters of calculation. They constantly measure risk against reward. If the weather reduces their chances of success while increasing the risk of injury, they simply wait. It may look like fear, but in reality, it's one of the smartest survival strategies in the animal kingdom. The moment the rain begins to slow, the forest starts changing once again. The loud roar of falling water fades away. Fresh scent trails slowly return. Visibility improves with every passing minute, and the ground becomes just stable enough for careful movement. While many prey animals believe the danger has passed, experienced predators know this is often the perfect time to hunt. This short period just after a storm creates one of the best opportunities in nature. Animals leave their shelters to search for food, shake the water from their bodies, or return to open grasslands. They are busy, distracted, and focused on recovering from the storm. For a patient predator, this is exactly the moment it has been waiting for. Lions are a perfect example. Researchers have observed that lions often become far more active once the weather begins to clear. Instead of wasting energy during the heaviest rain, they conserve their strength and wait for conditions to improve. Tigers behave in a similar way. They quietly patrol their territory after storms, using their sharp senses once the sounds of rain disappear. Wolves also take advantage of fresh conditions. Wet soil can preserve footprints, making it easier for an experienced pack to track prey that has recently moved through the area. Rather than fighting against nature, these predators work with it. This behavior teaches us something remarkable. Predators are not fearless killing machines that attack whenever they see food. They are careful decision makers. Every hunt is a calculation. They ask one silent question before making a move. Is the reward worth the risk? If the answer is no, they wait. That patience may look like weakness to us, but in reality, it is one of the greatest survival skills ever developed in nature. Think about a lion living in the wild. It doesn't have hospitals if it gets injured. It doesn't have medicine if it breaks a bone. Even a small cut can become infected. A damaged paw can mean starvation. That's why avoiding unnecessary danger is often more important than catching one extra meal. Survival in the wild isn't about being the strongest every single day. It's about staying healthy long enough to hunt again tomorrow. Scientists estimate that even under normal conditions, large predators fail far more often than most people realize. A lion succeeds in only a small percentage of its hunting attempts, and cheetahs, despite being the fastest land animals on Earth, also fail many of their chases. Now imagine adding heavy rain, slippery ground, poor visibility, loud noise, and disappearing scent trails. The odds become even worse. For predators, waiting isn't laziness, it's strategy. Nature rewards patience. It rewards intelligence. And it rewards animals that know when not to fight. This is why storms temporarily bring an unusual kind of peace to many forests. The prey become cautious. The predators become patient. For a brief moment, survival becomes everyone's only goal. So the next time you watch heavy rain falling over a jungle or hear thunder echo through a forest, remember this. Somewhere beneath those trees, a hungry predator may be watching, not because it's afraid, but because it's waiting. It knows that the storm won't last forever. And when the conditions are finally right, nature's silent hunter will return. The wild isn't ruled by the fastest animal or the strongest one. It's ruled by the animal that makes the smartest decisions. And that's the real reason predators usually don't hunt during heavy rain. If you enjoyed uncovering one of nature's hidden mysteries, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Every week, we explore the incredible secrets of the animal kingdom and the science behind the world's most fascinating creatures. Until next time, stay curious, because nature always has another secret waiting to be discovered.